Assembling your ChromaKey backdrop system is easy, but requires attention to detail to ensure professional results. The support system and muslin are comprised of several parts: the support stands, the spring clamps, the telescoping crossbar, a roll of gaffer's tape, and of course, the muslin itself. We are going to start with a factory fresh EOS Magic high gain ChromaKey green 10x20 muslin right out of the bag. Now let's get started erecting this backdrop system. You'll find it useful to have a carpenter's tape measure with you during the setup. Place the two stands approximately 12 feet apart. Now is a good time to attach 4 clamps to the vertical section of each stand. Assemble the crossbar. 12-foot telescoping crossbars come in 2 pieces. Simply snap the 2 halves together, ensuring the spring-loaded button on one half seats into the lock hole on the other half. Lay the assembled crossbar back down. Unfold the ChromaKey backdrop muslin. One edge has a rod loop sewn into it, and you will want to ensure that you are holding that edge when the muslin is unfolded. You will notice that the muslin has 2 sides to it. The bright green side is the front. Try to avoid letting the bright green surface touch the floor to avoid unnecessary dirt spots. Now insert the crossbar through the rod loop and backdrop. Now place the crossbar onto the studs at top of each light stand. Ensure the holes at each end of the crossbar fit properly onto the studs at top of each support stand. Now secure one end of the muslin with a spring clamp close to where the crossbar attaches to the stand, making sure the muslin is aligned with the vertical portion of the stand. Now do the same at the opposite end of the muslin, attaching a clamp. These crossbars are telescoping and will allow you to stretch the muslin between the stands to pull out any major wrinkles in it. So gently pull the 2 stands apart until the muslin is smooth. It is important to keep the crossbar as parallel to the ground as possible while raising it. Having a helper to raise the other stand simultaneously with you is preferred. Now extend the topmost section of the stands up as high as they will go and lock it into place with the tightening knob. Do not over-tighten the knob. Now attach the second spring clamp, ensuring that there is enough tension across the muslin. Now extend the middle section of the stands up until you reach approximately 8 feet high, or whichever height you need for the subject you will be shooting. For head-to-toe, full-body shots, you will need to set the height at 8 to 10 feet from the floor. Now attach 2 more clamps evenly spaced between the stand leg yoke and the second clamp. Ensure you maintain even tension across all planes of the muslin, making it as smooth as possible. Create a smooth, even cove, referred to as a cyc, where the muslin transitions from the vertical back to the horizontal floor. The cyc should be no more than 16 inches high. Place a 3-inch piece of gaffer's tape on each edge of the muslin, stretching out all wrinkles across the floor. Trying to set this up on carpet can be very challenging, and you may have to use weight plates to secure the muslin to the floor. Place tape about 7 and 12 feet from the back wall, ensuring you create a smooth, taut surface across the floor. Finally, tape the endmost portion of the muslin, pulling out all wrinkles. Lighting the screen. The main goal you want to achieve while lighting a ChromaKey screen is to ensure the light falls evenly across the screen, with no cold or hot spots anywhere across its surface. Always keep in mind that variations in brightness will appear as radically different shades of green or blue to your computer software. So do everything you can to ensure even illumination of the screen. For full body head-to-toe work, you will need a minimum of 5 lights to light the screen and your talent properly. With a professional set of daylight Kelvin lights and our new high-gain ChromaKey green screen, this is easily accomplished. If you must use tungsten light sources, ensure you have tungsten to daylight (CTB) filters on all lights. This will dramatically improve your keys with tungsten sources. Place 2 lights of equal power 7 feet from the back wall. If you are using fluorescents, ensure you remove the front panel diffusers from their softboxes. Do not angle the lights in at the screen, but keep the front of the fixture almost parallel to the back wall. You will only angle the lights inward very slightly until the 2 lights cross over in the center of the screen. These 2 lights create an imaginary line across the floor surface. Your talent must stay in front of that line at all times. You do not want light from these 2 side lights spilling onto your subject. Next, position your key and fill lights. Ideally, they are best placed at the end of the screen at each corner. Set the light heads at between chest and head height in relation to you. It's usually a good idea to use diffusion gels or softboxes on your key and fill lights when doing most ChromaKey production work. Lastly, set your hair light. This is a critical component of the setup to ensure crisp, clean keys. You should position the hair light at about 8 feet from the floor and 3 feet from the back wall. Now connect the power cord to each individual fixture. Take care to run all extension cords neatly and carefully. Position your talent in the general area they will be standing in front of the imaginary 7-foot line across the floor. Adjust the light so that it hits across the shoulders and back of the talent's head. You should consider the type of hairline your talent has. If the person is balding, a harsh light will cause reflections on the scalp, so diffusing the hair light is suggested. However, too much diffusion may defeat what you are trying to achieve in creating a sharp outline around the back of the subject. Now step back and look at the screen from edge to edge, top to bottom. It should be evenly lit, with a minimum of variation in brightness. You may need to make very slight adjustments to the lights illuminating the back wall to spread the light evenly. Once again, avoid hot or cold spots on the screen. Always remember that your video camera should be as close to the same distance from the subject as the subject is from the back of the screen. Also, try to keep the camera as level as possible, so the front of the lens is parallel to the screen back wall. This will ensure even light density across your camcorder's imaging sensors. Do not, under any circumstances, operate your camcorder in auto exposure mode when shooting in your ChromaKey studio. Ensure you have your shutter speed and f-stop iris control set to manual. Adjust your exposure to make your talent look great. Do not be concerned with the background.